Well, hello everybody, Mr. O here, and today I am going to talk about digital collages. This is bare basic, just an understanding of how you can use it. For me, I'm teaching this to the AP Portfolio students, which is a worldwide kind of exam on their artwork. And so if you're taking AP Portfolio or thinking about it, this will help you. If you're presenting about your art, this is an idea for you, and we're going to talk about the positives and negatives of what you can do within a digital collage. Okay, now in AP Portfolio, it could be progress, it could be challenges and mistakes that you've made. And what a digital collage is when you take a variety of pictures. I'm going to enlarge this so you can see that better. And it's beyond your screen, I bet. And but you can see how different artworks connecting them, and then there's a little written piece in AP Portfolio. They have 100 characters to explain what's going on in this investigation of theirs. And so one of the things I've been encouraging is just write a quick little note, and this is like what she was going after, and that's what they were kind of showing. Because like I'm going to show you the next part of it. This kind of reflects, like, this is their sustained investigation. They got their height, their material, and as you can see, the process is basically the bare bones, like just the facts. And where if you make a digital collage, you can actually get a little bit more of where she was going with this. And I'm going to shrink this back down, and we're going to show you another one. And I will enlarge this also, so hopefully I don't lose too much of the words for you. And as you can see, how doing the same figure, but she's doing it in a different way. And as you can see, these are not the same pictures. She didn't just do the background and call it good. This is her idea, and then this is her advanced idea. And that's what you can talk about in your digital collage, how you're advancing. Now, could it just be like progress and you talk about as you worked on something, you developed this idea? Absolutely. And I'm going to share with you another. Oops, let me get out of this. There we go. There's that little X. And I'm going to show you this young man who did an excellent job also, but he was learning to do it. Now you notice right away, by going vertical instead of horizontal, how much you lose. So I asked this young man if I could show he understands what's going on, that going vertical and uploading that picture to the slide, you kind of lose. The other danger is if you're going to handwrite, which I actually recommend that you do, make sure it's clear and not so much. When people are looking at your slides, you got about 10 seconds, 10, 12 seconds. That sounds like a short amount of time, but actually time 12 seconds on the clock. And imagine looking at, like, say, 10 pictures at 10 seconds. That adds up to quite a bit of time where you're just waiting for the next slide. And then if you have all this small writing, it will be hard to understand. It is good that they did this. They gave so much information that is actually relevant, but it was too much. So basically, I'm going to recommend for him to just take one idea and write it and keep it simple. Don't fluff it up. Just keep it, straight to the facts. And here we go. Again, the vertical versus, you saw the horizontal, how that was able to fill the screen, and you really take a good look at that. And then as you can see, when I do it here, we lose so much of it. So that you think of it like a piece of art. You have a lot of wasted space. And again, like on this one, he chose a dark red background with black lettering, where this would have been beneficial if it was white lettering. Beautiful, was able to make the slide. And then I'm going to just kind of go down where he has a slide of the final piece as growth. So that's the purpose of, like, the digital collage, is to show your growth, your problem solving, what you're thinking about. And like this, the photos do an excellent job of handling problems. But again, keep it simple. Like instead of having these two things written, pick the one or a combination of both and just write a very short sentence so it's easy for any judge or viewer to look at this. I hope that makes sense. Now, I'm going to show you an easy way to do, of course, digital collage is what you want to think about. So I'm going to bring up old Photoshop. This is an old Photoshop. That's what my school has, is the old Photoshop, not the subscription. We cannot afford that. You have lots of free programs and stuff out there that you can use. So I'm going to show you the tools that you need, and you pick what is best. Every program has a variance of this, so I can't tell you exactly it will have this exact tool, but they'll be able to do it some way, somehow. So first thing I did, I came up with my blank slide. As you can see, I went horizontal versus vertical because that's, to me, that's the look of a slide. And when you load that image up, it will take the full area up, and that's the key. You want to fill the area up with your artwork. And so I'm just going to use one artwork instead of multiple. Let's just say I'm going to go to the lasso tool. See this thing right there? That's a lasso tool. Every program has a lasso tool. Let's see if I do it with this, if this will be easier. Let's just say I want to focus on drawing gears. Now I would have maybe multiple pictures with the gears, and then I would go to the drag tool. Again, these are two very common tools. They just might work a little different, and I will put it somewhere so you can see that it's pretty small there. And some programs have it where you can do it a little larger. So watch what I'm going to do. Undo, move. I do not know how to increase the size of this picture. So what I'm going to do, or I know how to increase the size of the picture, but what I don't know is this. So what I did is I increased the size. You can go to Image, Size Adjustment, and I'm going to go back to the lasso tool. I know in new Photoshop, it gives you a box, and all you have to do is you can resize it. You can even change the angle as you deliver. So there's my gear. And then let's just say I'm going to do open. I'm going to pick a random other artwork. We'll do this one. This belongs to Richard again. And let's just say I want to like throw this whole picture in. I'm going to go to Image, knowing that this is probably going to be a lot larger. And I'm going to go to size 8. And I have it linked. So I'm going to go okay. It looks pretty small there, but I'm going to drag. If I drag, notice I cannot do anything. What you can do, oops, I always forget it does that beep. And I'm going to go to layer, I'm going to duplicate layer, do a background layer. See how I have oh, you don't see it on the screen. I have a duplicate layer. Now when I drag, see that? Now I have something I can drag. And I'm going to go back to that and just drop it in. And so I can start forming my collage. Now that's the bare bones, easy way of doing it. Now I can go to my brush, and it's on white, so that won't work very well if I try to do something in white. I could do it in black, I could do it in red, and I'm going to say I can write it's still, there we go. Keep showing up. There we go. Now it's in black. Sometimes the old program I got to relearn. There we go. I can write this is an example. I probably don't want to do cursive. And I probably would want to practice writing if you do that. Now, if you're not comfortable with that, you can always go to text. And let's see, do I have to, there we go. I got text going, and I'll make that a little larger. And you increase the size. You can see I know the size is probably a little too small, and you can just type it out. okay? And that's what you would do on that. I hope that makes sense. If you've never dealt with it, let's increase the size to 48. Let me type something here for you. And as you can see, the lettering is actually gray, and I just need to change its color to black. And I have multiple screens going on, so it changes. So let's say, there we go. So, and then I go back to brush in case I got something to brush. And so I can type something, I can write it. And guys, if I went too fast over this, make a comment below of what exactly you want me to show you if you're very confused. If you're a student of mine, just ask me to kind of redo something. And what I'm going to do is everything is always in different layers. And just make sure you're on the right layer. And never forget, you are amazing. Okay? So I appreciate everything you guys have done for me, and I hope this helps you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.